Forza Horizon 5 is a loud, drunk guy at an EDM festival screaming every time you pull off a stunt. It's a playground of boundless freedom, a celebration of spectacle where the car is a key to unlocking exhilarating chaos. Gran Turismo 7 is a well-dressed gentleman in a jazz club, giving you a quiet nod of approval for a perfectly executed corner. It is the real driving simulator, a reverent museum dedicated to the history, engineering, and artistry of the car. Today, we're not just comparing features. We're dissecting their digital DNA, from physics to online play, to find out which of these titans is the perfect fit for your driving soul. To understand these games, one must first understand their vibe, the fundamental atmosphere that dictates every single aspect of the player experience. Forza Horizon 5 is an experience of relentless, intoxicating positivity. From the moment you arrive in Mexico, the game establishes you not as a rookie, but as the returning, undisputed superstar of the Horizon Festival. Every drift, every jump, every near miss is met with a cascade of accolades, skill points, and effusive praise from the game's cast. It is a high-energy, low-pressure environment designed to empower and thrill the player at every turn. One critic brilliantly analogized the game's tone to that of a loud drunk guy at an EDM festival, wearing neon shutter shades shouting "Woo!" whenever you do absolutely anything. This isn't merely a stylistic flourish, it is a core design pillar. The game is engineered to be a constant dopamine drip, a world where you are always winning, always progressing, and always the center of the universe. This philosophy of maximizing player fun and empowerment at all times leads directly to a design where the player is the star of the show. This, in turn, necessitates a constant feedback loop of positive reinforcement, which explains the frequent, high-value rewards like wheel spins and a garage that fills with supercars almost effortlessly. In stark contrast, Gran Turismo 7 presents a world of mature, understated, and minimalist elegance. Praise is not given, it is earned, and even then, it is restrained. The focus is squarely on the cars themselves, their rich histories, and the quiet, deep satisfaction that comes from improving one's own driving skill. If you achieve a bronze medal on the license test, the game simply states, "Well done, you passed the test." There is no confetti, no fireworks, because the achievement is its own reward. The central hub of the game, the cafe, perfectly encapsulates this philosophy. It's a calm, relaxing space where you are guided by its proprietor, Luca, not through a series of bombastic events, but through menu books that task you with collecting specific sets of cars. Each completion is rewarded with a short, beautifully written history lesson about those vehicles, all set to a soundtrack of mellow jazz. This is the well-dressed gentleman, with a fine whiskey from that same analogy. The goal here is not to pump up your ego, but to foster a genuine appreciation for automotive culture and the craft of driving. This philosophy places the car, not the player, as the superstar. This requires a more measured, educational approach where rewards are less frequent but feel more meaningful. The restrained tone reinforces the idea that the true reward is the skill you develop and the knowledge you gain, not simply the car you win. These opposing atmospheres are not superficial. They are the source from which all other design decisions flow. At the heart of any racing game is its physics engine. Here, the two games diverge not in quality, but in purpose, each creating a model perfectly suited to its intended experience. Forza Horizon 5's physics model is a masterclass in balance. It is a sim arcade experience that takes concepts from serious simulation like weight transfer, traction loss, and suspension dynamics and tunes them for accessibility and high-speed action. The handling is predictable, allowing players to execute spectacular drifts and breathtaking jumps with confidence. Yet it retains enough nuance that different cars feel distinct and require different approaches. Managing the transition from tarmac to dirt, sand, or mud feels intuitive and thrilling. It's a system designed to make you feel like a hero driver without the punishing difficulty of a true simulator. A necessary feature for a game where you might launch a hypercar off a mountain at 200 miles per hour. Gran Turismo 7 also occupies the simcade space, but it leans much closer to the simulation end of the spectrum. Its physics model is far more demanding. Nuances like tire wear, fuel consumption, and the tangible effects of aerodynamic adjustments are central to the experience. Mistakes are punished more severely. Braking points must be precise, and understanding a car's absolute limit of grip is paramount to setting a fast lap time. Cars do not glue to the road. They feel heavy, they have inertia, and they demand respect from the driver. It's a system that rewards patience, practice, and a deep understanding of vehicle dynamics. This discussion is incomplete without addressing the crucial factor of input devices, as the better physics model is entirely dependent on how you play. Forza Horizon 5 is without question one of the best-feeling controller-based driving games ever made. The physics are meticulously tuned for the subtle inputs of an analog stick and trigger. However, when played with a racing wheel, this nuance often fails to translate. The force feedback is frequently described by sim racers as weak, vague, or even abysmal, lacking the detailed communication needed for high-level driving. Gran Turismo 7, conversely, excels with a wheel. The force feedback is detailed and communicative, telegraphing every bump in the road and every shift in the car's balance, allowing players to feel the limit of adhesion through their hands. While it is still excellent on a controller, especially with the PlayStation 5's DualSense haptics providing feedback on traction loss and braking pressure, it is on a wheel where the game's physics truly come alive. Ultimately, these physics models are not developed in a vacuum. They are purpose-built to serve their respective game worlds. Forza Horizon 5's massive, unpredictable sandbox with its 11 biomes and dynamic events demands a more forgiving physics model. A punitive, hyper-realistic system would be endlessly frustrating in an environment where chaos is the goal. In contrast, Gran Turismo 7's world of closed circuits, where precision and consistency are everything, requires a detailed, demanding physics engine to provide the depth necessary for true mastery. One is a tool for adventure, the other is a tool for surgery. Both games are graphical showcases, but they achieve their beauty by focusing their resources on entirely different priorities, mirroring their core philosophies. Forza Horizon 5's visual strength lies in the macro. It is a game of breathtaking scale and spectacle. The open-world representation of Mexico is a stunning technical achievement, featuring 11 distinct and diverse biomes, from lush jungles to arid deserts. Its true visual signature is its lighting and weather systems. The volumetric God rays that pierce through a jungle canopy, the terrifying beauty of an approaching sandstorm, and the dynamic shift in the world's appearance across seasons create a world that feels alive, dynamic, and immense. The artistic direction favors a vibrant, saturated, and highly cinematic presentation. It prioritizes a beautiful, dramatic image over strict one-to-one realism. Gran Turismo 7's mastery is in the micro. Its focus is on achieving an almost indistinguishable from reality level of photorealism, particularly in its car models. Each of the 400-plus cars is rendered with an obsessive, almost fanatical attention to detail. Digital Foundry's analysis highlights GT7's superior paint simulation, which more accurately captures the complex interaction of light with a car's clear coat, and its more intricate modeling of details like headlight assemblies and interior gauges. The lighting engine aims for authentic, real-world accuracy, and its use of ray tracing and replays and its Scape's photo mode can produce images that are genuinely difficult to discern from real photographs. This visual divergence represents a fundamental trade-off in development. To render a massive, seamless open world with dynamic weather at a stable frame rate, Forza Horizon 5 must necessarily make compromises on the geometric complexity and texture fidelity of individual assets when compared to a game set in smaller, controlled environments. This is why its world is breathtaking at scale, but its car models may not hold up to the same microscopic scrutiny as GT7's. Conversely, to achieve its unparalleled asset fidelity, Gran Turismo 7 dedicates immense resources to each car, treating it like a digital museum piece. This high-cost per asset approach necessitates a more limited scope, which is why its trackside environments can sometimes feel sterile or neglected when compared to the magnificent cars themselves. You simply cannot have Horizon's world with Gran Turismo's car detail with current technology. They are two sides of the same graphical coin. The single-player campaigns of both games are perfect reflections of their core philosophies, casting the player in two fundamentally different roles. Progression in Forza Horizon 5 is a pure sandbox experience. The campaign is structured around the Horizon Adventure, a map of different racing disciplines like road racing, dirt racing, and PR stunts. Players earn accolade points for completing nearly any activity in the game, and these points can be spent to unlock the next chapter of any discipline in any order the player chooses. The ultimate goal is to earn enough accolades to enter the Hall of Fame. This system offers unparalleled player freedom, allowing you to engage with the content you enjoy most while always feeling a sense of forward momentum. However, this same freedom is also its most common criticism. For some, the lack of a clear, linear path can make the experience feel directionless, and the fact that you are crowned a superstar from the very beginning can diminish the sense of true accomplishment. You are the festival's main attraction, free to direct the show as you see fit. Gran Turismo 7 takes the opposite approach. Its campaign is a carefully curated and linear journey guided by the cafe menu book system. Luca, the cafe owner, provides the player with a series of menu books, each with a specific objective, most often to collect a trio of thematically related cars by placing in the top 3 of specific races. This structure provides a clear sense of purpose and serves as a fantastic educational introduction to the vast world of car culture. It is a masterclass in automotive history disguised as a video game campaign. The downside to this curated approach is that it can feel overly restrictive and slow, especially in the opening hours when many of the game's features are locked. Furthermore, its reliance on rolling start catch-up races where the player starts far behind the leader is a frequent point of criticism for feeling artificial and less like a true race. In Gran Turismo 7, you are a student and a collector, being guided through a professor's lecture on the automobile. The systems are not flawed, they are simply designed for entirely different player mindsets and expectations. The garage is the heart of any driving game, and here again, the two games showcase their quantity versus quality and fun versus authenticity approaches. Forza Horizon 5 boasts a colossal roster of over 900 cars, and its strength is sheer volume and modernity. The list is constantly being updated with the latest and most relevant vehicles through its live service model, ensuring there is always something new to collect. Gran Turismo 7 features a more modest list of over 400 cars. While each model is rendered in exquisite detail, the roster has faced heavy criticism for feeling outdated. Many models are carried over from previous generations, and there are notable omissions of modern hypercars from brands like Koenigsegg and recent models from manufacturers like BMW and Lamborghini. When it comes to customization, the lines are more blurred. Forza Horizon 5 is famous for its powerful livery editor and extreme performance modifications. The ability to perform engine and drivetrain swaps like putting a twin-turbo V12 into a Ford Transit van is a hallmark of its fun-first philosophy. However, many players feel its visual customization options, like body kits and aero parts, have stagnated over the years. Surprisingly, Gran Turismo 7 offers a remarkably deep customization suite. Its performance tuning is grounded in realism, where every part has a tangible and authentic effect on the car's handling and its PP or performance points rating. Visually, it goes far beyond simple paint and wheels, offering wide body kits, intricate aerodynamic parts, and other modifications for a huge portion of its car list. In some cases, arguably surpassing what is available in Horizon. These differences directly support the core gameplay of each title. Horizon's massive, ever-expanding list of cars is essential fuel for its collectathon sandbox and weekly playlists. The wild upgrades create novel experiences, which is the game's primary goal. Gran Turismo's curated list and deep, realistic tuning system encourage the mastery of individual vehicles, allowing players to dial in a car perfectly for a specific circuit, reinforcing the simulation loop. One garage is a sprawling warehouse for a festival. The other is a pristine, curated museum collection. Nowhere are the divergent philosophies of these two games more apparent than in their online multiplayer offerings. They are the ultimate expression of each game's core thesis. The heart of Gran Turismo 7's online experience is Sport Mode, a highly structured system designed to replicate the rules and etiquette of real-world motorsport. It is built upon a dual rating system. Your driver rating, DR, which reflects your speed and skill, and your sportsmanship rating, SR, which tracks how cleanly you race. This system matches you with players of similar skill and, crucially, similar on-track behavior. Poor driving and collisions will lower your SR, placing you in lobbies with other aggressive drivers, while clean, respectful racing is rewarded with a higher SR and cleaner races. It is a competitive ladder for those who crave serious, fair competition. Forza Horizon 5 offers a suite of multiplayer modes that prioritize social, casual, and often chaotic fun. There's the Horizon Tour, a cooperative, low-stress series of races against AI, the Eliminator, a car-based battle royale mode, and Horizon Arcade, a collection of short, silly minigames that erupt across the open world for any nearby players to join. The emphasis is on shared experiences, not ranked leaderboards. The ultimate expression of this community-first approach is the Event Lab, a powerful toolset that allows players to create and share their own custom races, stunts, and game modes. It is a community playground. After this deep dive, one thing is clear. Forza Horizon 5 and Gran Turismo 7 are not true rivals. They are champions of two distinct, brilliantly executed visions for the racing genre. One is an explosive celebration of freedom and fun. The other is a deep, reverent homage to the art and science of the automobile. Neither is objectively better, they simply serve different masters. Choose Gran Turismo 7 if you are a motorsport enthusiast who values realism, precision, and the purity of track racing. You want to learn about car history, obsess over tuning setups to shave milliseconds off your lap times, and engage in clean, structured online competition. If you own or plan to own a racing wheel, this is your game. Choose Forza Horizon 5 if you crave automotive freedom, endless variety, and a more laid-back, action-packed experience. You love exploring a vast, beautiful open world, collecting hundreds of cars and engaging in spontaneous, chaotic fun with friends. If you primarily play with a controller and value a constant stream of new content, this is your destination. The fact that two such different, yet such incredibly high-quality driving games can coexist and thrive is a testament to the health and diversity of the genre. It is a golden age for digital drivers. Whether you're a disciplined racer chasing the perfect apex, or a free-spirited adventurer chasing the horizon, the only question left is, which road will you take?